Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's good, fam? Hey, listen, man. First off, I want to welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Shawn Porter, man. Shawn Porter got a big fight coming up in a couple weeks. September 28th, unification bout against Errol Spence Jr. Now, we have seen Shawn Porter in big fights before, but it seems to me that Shawn Porter is doing a lot of extra things for this fight versus Errol Spence. And I posed the question, is Shawn Porter doing too much for this Errol Spence fight? For instance, Shawn Porter let it be known that he started training for this Errol Spence fight back in April. You know, he knew who he was going to fight, and he started training. So that's April to September 28th. That's like a 6-month training camp, which is unheard of, man. You know, that's one thing that Shawn Porter's doing. Another thing is, you see him sparring with super middleweight former champion Benavidez. You know, I don't see the benefit of working with Benavidez will have for Errol Spence. He's not a southpaw. He does not have the same style or similar style to Errol Spence, you know. And now this week he's bringing in Demetrius Andre. Although Andre is a southpaw, he does not have an aggressive style. Andre tends to fight more on the back foot, and Errol Spence, we know, is more of a pressure fighter. It just seemed like Kenny Porter's approach to this fight is like they're pulling out all the stops for this fight. Are they over preparing for Errol Spence? Are they worried about, you know, Errol Spence a little too much, man? You know, are they putting a little bit too much thought into what they're doing, man? We'll see if it works out for him, man. We'll see if it works out for him, man. I think it's going to be a more competitive fight than a lot of people think, man. A lot of people, including Vegas, you know, the betting odds are heavily in Errol Spence's favor. A lot of people are giving Shawn Porter no chance. They, in fact, giving Mikey Garcia better odds than they gave Mikey Garcia better odds than they're giving Shawn Porter, man. I think that, you know, Shawn Porter's going to come to fight. I think he's going to come to bring it. But, you know, the guy that we know who has the will of a champion, you know what I'm saying? I'm not totally sure that Shawn Porter really believes that he could beat Errol Spence, man. You know, Kenny Porter talked about, you know, training Errol Spence, being his coach, being in his corner, the relationship that he had with Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Now, he would come home and tell Shawn Porter about this welterweight Errol Spence, who was just so strong and so big and so determined, man. You know what I mean? So Shawn is, you know, taking all this in, and he's remembering all the things that, all the praise that Kenny Porter has given Errol Spence over the years. And now he's got to go in there and fight Errol Spence. You can't take those praises back, you know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to tell your son that, you know, he does this wrong, he's not so good in this particular area, he's not so good in that particular area, where when all these years prior you was telling him how, you know, he was so good in doing this, so good at doing that, so good at doing that, you know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, I think Shawn Porter is going to come out guns blazing. He's going to give it everything he has, and when he finds out that the game plan that he prepared for is not going to work, I feel that he's going to break down mentally, and he's going to go into survival mode, and he's either going to get knocked out, stopped, or he's either going to basically survive until the final bell, you know, hold and grab, or, you know what I'm saying, just try to get out the way of Errol Spence. But I do have Errol Spence winning, man. I think, you know, he's the better boxer. I think he's the stronger fighter. I think he has a better ring IQ. I think he's doing more thinking in the ring than Shawn Porter. But that's all I got, man. I just wanted to touch on that a little bit, man, because I see Shawn Porter implementing all these things into his training camp that he necessarily, you know, I haven't necessarily seen him do before. So you got to think, you know, what's to that? Are they putting too much thought into this fight? You know what I'm saying? Are they that worried about Errol Spence Jr., man? But we will see. We have a couple weeks left. September 28th is the date. Staples Center is the place. You know, I will be watching live on pay-per-view, and I'm sure you all will too. But you can catch me on social media platforms at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. That's Twitter, that's Instagram. You can share this video if you please. You know, help the channel get recognized by more people in the boxing world. But in the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holler back.